Hello, welcome to West Yorkshire Engine Services based in Bradford, West Yorkshire. We're an independent Nissan engine specialist and I've been specialising in these bad boys for over 10 years now. Now today's video is about teaching you and showing you how to do an engine service. This particular vehicle belongs to Simon. It's on a 65 plate and the service schedule is every 12,000 miles, but we advise that you do it a little less than that on a regular basis. Right, first thing that I always consider when I'm about to do a service is what am I wearing? Am I going to scratch the customer's vehicle? This particular customer has had this vehicle wrapped, so he's spent a small fortune on it, and the last thing that I want to do is lean on it and cause any scratches. So first things first, wing protectors on either side, so I know that when I lean on the car I'm not going to be causing any damage. Now, first thing we want to do, take off the engine cover. She wants to come eventually. First thing I go for is diesel filter. It creates me room to be able to get to the oil filter. Need to undo all these pipes here. Give them a bit of a twist like that, breaks the seal. Using all genuine parts because this vehicle is still in warranty. And one of the things that I advise you to do is when you order your parts from your main agents, because we're using all quality parts, you need to get the customer's registration on the invoice to keep his warranty valid. Undo this 10mm side of here. I've already drained the oil. It's a bit high. Yeah, that feels a bit better. Whilst I'm undoing this, I'm looking for anything obvious, oil leaks, anything that shouldn't be there. The oil filter out. What I do, whenever I take a bolt out, I just pop it in there so you know where it goes. Right, the next breath, to get the oil filter out, is a bit of a trick. See this pipe here leading into the brake master cylinder? See that pipe there? Pull it out. There you go, and that'll help you create room to get to the oil filter. Now the thing with the oil filter is one of the worst designs ever. It fits upside down. So the moment that I loosen it, all the oil that's held in that filter goes all down the side of the engine, all down the wiring, and all over the starter motor. So what you need to do before you undo the oil filter, get yourself a nice big rag like that, and in and around the oil filter, you want to wrap this rag all the way around, and that's to catch the oil, the excess oil. and that just protects all the rubber wiring. Rubber has a nasty effect. Oil has a nasty effect on rubber. As you can see, once we get the oil filter off, we can bring it up this way, around here like so. Now, to remove the oil filter and refit the oil filter, you're going to need one of these machines. As you twist it, it locks onto the filter and twists it off. There, it's locked on now. We'll just get a ratchet. Let's get rid of that extension. To tighten. Don't need to be that tight. She's coming now. Once we've got it there, there you go. Look how it badly dug into it there. That were over tight with that. You don't need to be silly tight. 25 Newton meters. Clean up any excess oil. With the rag that's there. Pull my dirty rag out. As you can see, it's caught all the oil. So it's making the engine looking really dirty. Find something when you want it. Oh. You know, I can never find out in this workshop when I want it. Look, tip. Throw it away. And damaged it, thank God. Right, so what you need to do is put a bit of oil around the rubber seal, like so. Helps you create a nice seal. Brilliant design. Right, it can be quite fiddly doing it that way. Sometimes if you get underneath, put your arm up. Now I'm going as fast as I can, just so I can show you how quick this can actually be done. My tool. Yeah, that's the oil filter installed. Now I can install the diesel filter. Again, all genuine parts to keep his warranty valid. Don't know if any of you are aware of the fact that there was a European ruling called block exemption. That meant it stopped dealerships from bullying people into using them for the servicing to validate the warranty. You can use any aftermarket garage for your vehicle, but the most important factor of all is that you use genuine parts and you keep a record of that and the mileage. Put the bolt back in there. Now, we don't normally do servicing. With us being an engine specialist, we're always very busy with major engine failures. But what we've decided to do after popular demand is that every Saturday, we've got 4 slots available for servicing. Now, when we do a service, we're looking out for all sorts of things. Try and save the owner of this vehicle money in repairs. Like so. There you go. Nice and tight. Now, if you want us to do a service on your vehicle, we need a minimum of 4 weeks notice. And like I said, there's only 4 slots available every Saturday. You can actually over tighten these, so make sure that you don't, because you'll start splitting the rubber. Yeah, that's the diesel filter. Now, right underneath the diesel filter is what we call a lift pump. See that there? That sucks diesel and fills the filter. If you ever find your vehicle's a poor starter or you run out of fuel, you use this lift pump to drag fuel up. Don't just turn the engine over because you'll drain your battery. So remember this lift pump, and when the lift pump's working, when it's filled all the pipes up and it's filled the filter up with diesel, it'll go rock hard. If it doesn't go hard, it's faulty. And again, it can make your vehicle a poor starter. And you'll call the AA regularly out. Now, that's gone rock hard, so we know that's working. Whilst I'm quickly doing that, I'm looking around for any oil leaks around the injectors, around the rocker cover. Thankfully for this vehicle, it's absolutely immaculate. And like I said, it's his first service. Right, next step, air filter. Quite simple. 4 clips, 1, 2, 1 at the side, 1 at the back. Pop off. There we go. An air filter. Replacement. Nice and easy. If you do find any bits of leaves or anything, make sure you get them out. All nice and clean. I'm also looking for oil inside there where there shouldn't be. Now if there is, that would give an indication that the turbo would be on its way out. But again, she's only a baby as this one, so the mileage isn't that particularly high. Got to be careful with these clips though, they can easily come out. Right, next breath. Oil. For the 2010 vehicles up to 2015, on the manuals like these ones, you require 7 litres of oil. Now I've ordered to drain the oil, but I tell you what I haven't done, put something back in, so make sure like you do. So there we go. A little doofer. Some nuts back in, some back in. Right, so some nuts back in. Now, different models and automatics and DPFs have different grades of oil. It's pivotal, absolutely pivotal, that you make sure that you're putting the right oil inside the engine. If you want to see the damage what wrong oil can do to your engine, subscribe to his channel. And you'll find out, and the costs are enormous. So there we go, it's the first 5 litres. Now I've been down to his local main agents and I bashed out a deal with them. So we can send this service kit anywhere in the world at a reasonable cost because we're buying in bulk now. 6 litres. There we go. On a dry engine build, that'd be 7.6 litres, but because the engine holds just over half a litre, 7 litres is sufficient. Right, another thing that I'm looking for when I'm doing a service, gunk in the rocker, in the cap. If you've got thick gunking there, you need to be checking in there. But obviously this is absolutely perfect. I've already checked the oil when I took it out. Looking at the condition of the belts, looking for any oil leaks. I want to check in and around the turbo unit. Borg Warner turbos, I've seen them fail at 70,000 miles. Again, this is immaculate and I'm more than happy. Right, at this moment in time, one last thing I want to check before I move on is coolant level. Coolant level's a bit low on that one, so it's going to need a bit of a top up there. Always go for the header tank first, yeah? Particularly if the engine's warm and let any pressure out. But coolant's right up to the top there, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to top that coolant up in a minute. Right, another part of a major engine service is brakes and tyres, yeah? So one of the most important things is I'm going to whip off the front wheel and I'm going to check for the wear on the brake pads. Now the minimum wear for brake pads is 7.5 millimeters. If you've only got 7.5 millimeters, you need to change them now. And the reason for that is you'll save the customer money. Because if the customer doesn't know about his brakes being low, and you soon wears the rest of them 7.5 millimeters away, you've got metal to metal. So now that means that the customer needs pads and discs, which again gets expensive. So the reason for that is what you do is you take the wheel off, measure the brake pads. If they're low, inform the customer that they need changing to save him money in 3 or 4 months' time. Right. So I'm not going to do it on this particular video, but what does happen is we remove all 4 wheels and we'll measure the diameter of the brake pads and we'll have a look for damage to the actual discs and we'll have a look at the lip on the disc as well. Now, there's an important factor for you. Behind the back seat is the spare wheel kit. You get the tubes to lower the wheel at the back, and look at this pathetic little thing. You're supposed to be able to undo your wheels with that, and I'll actually show you. Now this is for if you've got a puncture at the side of the road or on the motorway. Not happening. There you go. Right, we do this to all 4 wheels. First thing I'm looking for, when I'm looking at the wheel and looking at the tyre, is wear, and even wear. That particular tyre is wearing nice and even. If you find that you've got wear more here and more here, you need to get your tracking sorted. If you find that it's wearing more in the middle, your tyre's overinflated. Set verniers. .77. So again, that's getting to the lower end of the yeah, you can see in there, look, we're just over half worn, 7.77. So I'm going to advise the customer. Oh yeah, there we go. Well, that's showing 830. So we'll do that to all four wheels. We'll take off the back drums. The minimum wear for the rear wheel is 2mm. So if you've got 2mm of brake shoe, they need changing, yeah? I'm not going to do that now because we're just not trying to bore you to death. Right, one last important thing before we go is the wheel settings. You do not, if you see anybody putting a wheel on your car with an impact gun, that is so unprofessional, it's unbelievable. You've seen me just bouncing on that bar. I've got to think about my customer having a puncture on the motorway.